Hi everyone, how you doing? So if you're tuning in for the first time, then my name is Marianne. I'm the owner and the counsellor at Marianne Hanson Counselling Service. I work with individuals and couples and I specialise in the areas of relationships, stress, low self-esteem and depression. So as Christmas is coming up, I just thought I'd make this video. As you know, over my channel I make videos around counselling related topics, but I think this is something that probably a lot of people may be able to relate to. So Christmas, what I want to talk about is 5 tips for dealing with stress at Christmas. So Christmas can be a joyful time. I know there's lots of people that are excited about Christmas, lots of people that it's their favourite time of the year, but for many others Christmas isn't something they look forward to, partly because of the stress, partly because maybe if they've not had spent lots of time with family, it's an occasion where all family members usually get together. Also because of the financial side, and I've been doing lots of well-being tips all through December on my Facebook page, Marianne Hanson Counselling Service, where I've been putting a tip every single day around some well-being tips really. So I think these are 5 things to think about when it comes to dealing with stress at Christmas. The first one is consider how you want your Christmas to be. So you can't predict, or you're not in control of how your aunt or uncle or sister or brother or any of the people you're going to interact with at Christmas, how they're going to behave. You're not going to be able to control your uncle if he drinks and gets drunk every Christmas and starts getting into fights with people. You're not going to be able to control if your aunt doesn't want to speak to you. You're not going to be able to control how long you're going to be waiting for the meal to be cooked because, you know, maybe someone's not organised. None of that stuff is within your control, but you can visualise and you can set an intention for how you want Christmas to be. So what that means is you're going to mentally prepare yourself. You're going to say to yourself, this is how I'm going to behave on Christmas Day. This is how I vision Christmas Day to go. And you're only looking at it from your perspective. I find visualisation is a tool that isn't used as much as it could be. When I've visualised journeys or events or interviews or any situation normally where I've visualised it first, I've found that it's been more, it's usually gone the way I wanted it to, or it's just been more pleasant because I've just already mentally prepared for how I want it to be. The second thing is to plan for some of the things that could cause you stress. So you're not planning in terms of, because you don't know, it's going to be unpredictable like I've just said, but you're imagining what might happen and you're planning in advance. So example might be, if for the last 5 Christmases you've always got into it with a certain family member, you're going to plan in advance, okay, how am I going to do things this time? That might include when this particular family member starts drinking and then they start saying certain things, I'm going to walk away. Or I'm going to be the bigger person and I'm not going to get into the drama. So you can plan all these things. A lot of these things I'm going to talk about are to do with you, focusing on what's in your control and not focusing on things that are out of your control. The third one is similar to what I've just said, but it's about having an exit plan for when things get too much. So the difference between a plan for when things cause stress and an exit plan is more usually around I said this in my live stream on Facebook. If I've got to go to a particular event and I don't really want to go, but I know that it will cause more issue not to go, I've gone to that event, but my exit plan has always been I've planned something else to go to afterwards. I've done this a few times, so I know that I'm only going to spend an hour or 2 hours, and then my usual plan is to let people know in advance, look, I've come, but I've got to leave at 7 to go to this event. It is really an exit plan so that you don't have to spend as much time there. So you can put something in place like that. Another exit plan might be that you just say to yourself, you're only going to stay for an hour and then you're going to leave. There's lots of ways you can do it, but it's just about, for your mental well-being, there might be times where you have to put that in place. The fourth thing is to remember that Christmas, it's just a season, it's just a day really, but the season people can get really hyped up over presents they've got to buy, the stress of cooking Christmas dinner. I've never ever had to cook Christmas dinner. I've always been somewhere and they've cooked. I can't even imagine. I've always bought dessert and stuff, and even that's been an issue. I remember one Christmas about 3 years ago, my sister hadn't thought of dessert and she phoned me literally on Christmas Day telling me or Christmas Eve to go around and then I'm stressed because everyone's coming to our house. So then I ended up buying 3 different desserts, and it's just, I don't know, I think it can be stressful for the person who has to cook Christmas dinner. It can be stressful for the host. It can be stressful for lots of reasons. So just remember that you can just enjoy it. Just see it as a day that you get to spend with your family if you want to do that. And just one day, it's not worth getting stressed over just one day every year. Try to enjoy it, try to make the effort. Say to yourself, do you know what, this time I'm going to make the effort. I've had some really good Christmases over the years with family. I've had some Christmases by myself. Purposely, I've had Christmases where I've had a non-Christmas, where I've literally just relaxed, slept, not watched any of these Christmas movies. I'm not really into that anyway. I've never been into like Christmas movies and traditional stuff. It's just, to me, you do what feels right for you, which is the 5th and final thing. Do what feels right for you. You don't have to go to Christmas parties. You don't have to wear Christmas jumpers. You don't have to do Secret Santa, buy lots of gifts. You can do. And I think society almost forces people into that as well. If you're someone that's not into Christmas, you get called, oh, you're a Scrooge, or oh, what's wrong with you, cheer up, it's Christmas. And so some people don't want to drink loads and get drunk or go to Christmas parties or get into the whole spirit of things. They just want to do what they want to do. So if that means that you spend time on your own, if that means you go away, go on holiday or whatever it is, if that means you attend maybe a few Christmas parties or you don't, then just do what's right for you. Do you know what I mean? It's your life, it's your choice. Don't be persuaded by society, by other people, by family, by anyone. Just do what feels best for you, because the whole point really is that you want to eliminate as much stress as possible. It's hard to, I think, eliminate complete stress when it comes to Christmas, just because of the things I've said about where you're going to spend it, who's hosting, who's doing the food, all the like media stuff. I mean, I try and limit the amount of adverts at this time of year. I can't stand the repetitive adverts, and it's all about what you're going to buy. I've bought my Christmas presents. I started in September. I do it every year. I start in September because I've got a big family, and then I end up buying everything by December, and then it doesn't feel as stressful. But I think just do what feels right for you. So I hope you found this video useful. If you have, feel free to share it with others. Feel free to like and leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you think. And I wish everyone a happy Christmas, and I'll be doing a few more December videos as well as I go through. You know what, I'm too early. I wish people a happy Christmas. It's too early. By the time I post this, it will be early as well. So I will be posting a few other Christmas videos as well. So please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Bye.